Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So we're moving on to the letter O. However, I do need to let you know that I think I have to backtrack again. I know, you would think I could get the alphabet right, but I can't. But we're going to move on to O for now. Whether I put the backtrack before this or after this, I don't know, but we will have to backtrack. At least back to the letter M. I think I forgot two brands, but there's that. Okay, but for today, for O, I only have one O, which doesn't really surprise me none, and that would be Ofra. And to be fair, I don't know much from Ofra. Their liquid lips are just too drying, but any liquid lip is, so don't take that to mean anything. When I think of Ofra, to be fair, the only thing that I really truly enjoy is their highlighters, and that's it. Now I haven't tried much from the brand, so I can't really, give too much insight to it, but the highlighters would be my favorite. And the one I like the best, which is no longer available, would be the Nikki tutorial set. And my favorite in this is the glazed donuts right here. They also have Space Baby and Glow Goals. This one's good. It's like a duochrome type of thing. You can see this one here is my all-time favorite. And then the other one is Pillow Talk, which I actually have it in a single, and it's just a pinky highlighter. So, and I'm wearing the glazed donut one today. That's my favorite. So for foundation, I am a goofball. I'm aware, but we already knew this to be true. I apologize for the AC again. There's nothing I can do. But I told you I was going to buy the Tier foundation in a different shade, and I did just that. So I picked up 23N Sand. I did use 24N Latte before, and it just looked god awful. And part of it is the shade. Part of it was I used way too much, I think, but at the same time, it's full coverage, so I mean, I don't know how you want to, do that. It looked like a mask, but obviously it looked like a mask. It was full coverage. I don't know how that actually plays, to be fair. I'm not a makeup artist. However, this one here is a little bit more to my skin tone than the other one. So it wasn't as bad. What I did do is I dipped into this one time with the sponge and sort of just patted it everywhere. And then I took my foundation brush and moved it where I needed it. And then I went down the neck a little bit. I don't know how I really feel about cushion foundations in general, to be fair. This one so far is fine, but I have not been outside yet. We shall see, because the other one did not do well in the heat, okay? The sweat came, and I know that when sweat comes with any foundation, it's a lot of them don't fare well, but we're looking at a $23 to a $25 price point for these. So for double that, like, most of my foundations hold up pretty good, and I can maybe even dab where I'm sweating and it'd be fine. With this, no, the foundation itself was dripping off of me. And not to mention then of course the sweat marks and everything else. And yeah, there's some foundations that do that anyway, but everybody claims this is so wonderful, and it's like, let's back up a little bit. I did the NYX Bear With Me concealer under the eyes. I set under the eyes with my Lunar Beauty translucent powder. I then set the rest of my face with the Bare Mineral Pro to bring back a little bit of color, because that is a little light on me. The bronzer I'm using is ColourPop. I don't have a name for it. It looks like this. The back says bronzer, so I'm just trying to get rid of it. To be fair, it's a little light, but we're working through it. For blush, now the blush, I did pull my MAC blush, and I love this blush. It's called the Mother of Pearl. Now, why do I love this blush? I think we can all guess it's because of the way the design is. But even with that said, it is a beautiful blush color when it's mixed together. I mean, it's stunning. So even though I may have purchased it for looks, I enjoy it for the color too. And the packaging is kind of neat the way it is. So I do like this. I'm glad I found that the other day and pulled it back out. So for the palette, we're going to use this one here. It's from Francesca Tulot. I'm not for sure on how to pronounce it. It was an influencer collab, I think. I don't know. I don't follow this person. I'm not quite sure why I purchased it. Probably because of that hot pink shade, to be fair, and this shade here. That would be why I would do it. Today, though, I look like it actually is a really pretty look, to be fair. Like, I had no issues or anything, as you'll see, and I think it looks really good. So let's get started on that. For the waterline, I used the shadow stick in Full of Wonder. Again, I just think I went with this look. Could have used white, but here we are. Alright, so now I gotta find all my brushes here and figure out which one to start with first. This one. I'm using my Natasha Denona brushes. So the first shade I'm going to go into, now these shades you may be able to purchase like by themselves, I'm not really for sure. But the first shade looks like Ultra. I don't know what that is. I was going to say Ultra Woman, but no. I don't know. It's this one, this orangey shade. If I can figure out the names, I'll write them in the description box, but to be fair, I probably won't figure out these names because I doubt I'll be able to see it. Because sometimes Elta or Ofra does collapse, but like influencers are picking colors that are already existing and putting them in a palette, and then sometimes they are shades that they created all by themselves. To be fair, I was gonna purchase the Samantha March collab. I really was, but at the time, Ulta decided to, stop shipping to me and just really mess with my account. So I just never picked it up. This was all purchased through Ulta at some point in time. I've never, purchased anything off of the Ofra website themselves. I mean, the formula and all is nice. As far as the price point, I mean, it's okay. I think, if you find a color store you like, and the price point, like, it is okay. But I would say with any formula, if you can get it on a discount, why wouldn't you? But at the same time, baby, you're going to have to turn that down. Lily, honey, thank you. Sorry, guys. I got both Graham kids in here. One's got earphones in, the other one doesn't. So, but anyway, what I was saying is that if you found one, like, the price point does match the formula, like, you're getting your money's worth. But at the same time, you can purchase ColourPop and get your money's worth. So I don't really, I didn't have any issues out of these, and they are very vibrant colors. They build well. The pigment is there. They blend well. I am a little bit hesitant because I'm gonna be honest, I've used this palette before and it wasn't my favorite. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite. But I feel like for whatever the reason, the colors are really working together, and I'm wondering if it ain't because of the brushes, which then would mean that you may have to use special brushes when using formula. Formula, I don't know. But I'm just putting it out there just in case. Because if you do have an Ofra palette that's not working, maybe try different brushes. That could be a problem. Now we're going to go into this hot pink shade, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I'm going to pat it where I want it first, and then I'll build it up. This is such a gorgeous color, though. Like, gorgeous. I love this hot pink. There's just something about it. I really can't put my finger on it. But the moment I put it on my skin, I was like, yes, please, more. Yes, please, more, you know? I was like, this color could do me no wrong, even though it can. Sure. But in my head, right now, with the way this look turned out, it is gorgeous. And I did do a different route than I usually go with this palette, to be fair, because this palette isn't necessarily like the easiest to look at and try to figure out. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it really did. I really had to think outside the box and, you know, try to make it work. But I will say that orange and this pink looks so pretty together. And I was kind of scared it wouldn't, but it really does. We're going to take that same pink and we are going to run it under the lower lash line as close as we can get with it. It's going to be hard because this is a bigger brush, but we can make it work. I'm sure of it. So I'm just sort of patting it and moving it a little bit at a time. I don't want it to go too low, but I need it to kind of cover up my little wrinkles down there. I'm sitting there going to him. I know. It may have been a bad idea to let him stay, to be fair. Okay, so we're going to go into this blue now. And I'm going to lay it in the outer portion here and up into the crease a little bit. I know I'm using a blue without a brown, which I was kind of shocked that I did it this way, to be fair, because y'all know I'm not a big blue person, but the blue mixed with this pink almost gives it like a purpley, you know, type of tone in a way when they mix together or blend together, which I do enjoy. And then just having the blue on the outer corner, it doesn't, like, I don't think it looks bad, if that makes sense. I think it actually looks really good, especially once I lay that purple on the lid. I'm just going to build up that corner though. And trust me, I'm going in with a very light hand when it comes to these shades. They are pigmented right off the bat. But easy to blend. I'll give them that. It's not all the time is that a hand-in-hand situation, you know? I feel like there's, yeah. Oh, specks of glitter. I've gotten in my eye there. Look how easy. I mean, this is a really dark blue, like really dark. And again, I kind of have a feeling that it is the brushes making a difference. We're going back into that pink because I don't want to lose that color. Like, I think this pink just really makes this look pop. Probably because I love pink. You know, it's a me thing, but still. And it is a lot of back and forth, I'm not gonna lie. And it took time, for sure, to create the look. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you at all about that one. Now we're gonna go into that blue that I just used on the outer corner, and we're gonna really line the bottom lash line with it. Which, again, it looks blue until you blend that pink back into that, and then it's like a purple. And I think that's why this is working for me as well as it is, because it's not really coming off like this navy blue that it is. But you can still see more of the blue than not in it. This is a Ofra brush here. It's not my favorite to line with. You all know my favorite liner brush, but it's doing the job. Okay. Now back in with a little bit more of that pink. Like I said, we don't want to lose it. I'm going to intensify that blue out here a little bit more. Okay. I don't like that Sephora brush at all, to be fair. It's really rough. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that at all. Okay, now we're going to go in with this, like, not that brush. This brush. We're going to go into this like satiny gray, purple, pink shade. It's really pretty. And it's a little bit different than what I have, to be fair. Depending on what it's placed up against, it looks so different. But I would say it's more like a purple gray than anything, personally. And I'll put that on the lid, like so. It is a little darker of a lid shade than I would like, to be fair, you know, than what I usually do, but it does work. Now we're going to go into that center shade. We're going to highlight the inner corner. Look at that. I mean, it's just so pretty. These kind of shades are just, they are unreal. That's what I said. When it comes to Ofra, what do I think about? Their highlighters. I won't lie. Their highlighters is what I think about. And they are stunning. Are they worth the price? I mean, to each their own, to be fair. You do have, like, the ColourPop Super Shock shadows and stuff, so, but you can't deny that that is beautiful. You know, it just pops. Now we're going to take my favorite lining brush, and we're going to go into this black gray color, and I'm going to line the top lash line with it, just to give some definition to the top lash line. I will say the colors that were chosen for this are actually interesting. In a minute, baby. Let me finish. Yeah. Sorry, guys. This won't happen again. I won't let him in here again. I apologize. Between the AC and then that, I'm sure it's not, the sound's probably not the best. And then I'm just going to darken up. What are you doing, babe? Norma. Norma, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't turn that off. It gets too hot in here. Anyway, I'm just going to put a little bit of the black. But I still want that blue on that inner portion. That's why I went back and redid the blue. I just wanted the black just like 1/3. Or, I mean, 2/3 of the lower lash line. I'm sorry. 2/3. I don't know my math either. I don't know my alphabet. I don't know my math. They told me they'd be quiet. I knew better, but I had to do it. Can't tell them no. Even though I knew that they wouldn't be quiet. I'm surprised that they're not fighting, to be fair. I figured that's what was going to break out, but just talking. That's all. Alright, so that's all we're going to do with the palette. Now for mascara, I'm going to use this sample from, I think it's Armani. No, Valentino Beauty. I have a sample mascara. I'm going to brush a little bit of that mascara back off and into the package because it comes out pretty loaded. This one does, to be fair. And me and mascara, as y'all know, do not get along at all. And we're going to put this on the top lash line. I will say this mascara doesn't transfer on me, which is nice. Or at least it hasn't yet. Let's rephrase, because we're getting ready to go out in the heat. So I will let you know how bad this stuff gets in the description. I'm going to try to do better with the description on how things play out and stuff on certain products. Because there is a big difference on how something plays in the winter versus spring, fall, summer. Because I can tell you my favorite foundation for winter would not work in summer. But then there's some that work, doesn't matter what the weather is. And I like that too. But I do like this mascara. Man, this is probably expensive, isn't it, too? I don't know. Like, it's not better than Gucci or Lash Clash, but it's like number 3. Like, if I lost, like, if they discontinued one of them, this would be the one probably that would rank and go back and take its spot. Because it just no longer existed. Because I do like the way it makes my lashes look. It's like an in-between the Lash Clash and the Gucci. I don't know if you can see it or not, how well it plays. Like, it gives me length and it gives me volume. It gives me a little bit of both. Again, I had to really wipe the wand though, just so you know. For lower lash line, I'm going to use the Lancome Deaf and Seals. And then we're done. Now, how long do I think this is going to hold up? I ain't going to give it much hope, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't think this foundation is going to make it 15 minutes outside. To be fair, I just don't. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Because I just don't see, just because it is a different color, yes, it does look nice on me. But it should, the formula is still the same, so it's not going to wear well in the summer heat. Like, unless it's different you wouldn't think. I'm just going to touch up my waterline now. I so love this for this. Like, I know it's probably not good for my waterline, but this color is so metallic and shifty looking that it just really just brings this look together. This is a very colorful look for sure. I'm not quite sure what this is looking like, to be fair. You almost want to say like a summer sunset, but it's not. Like the sky, it does kind of look, it looks tropical for sure. Like I get a tropical vibe. But then, I don't know, the lid does something. It takes it a little bit like a dark tropical vibe or something. Please. Really. And then, go. Yeah, you can color. Alright. There we go. So we are done. And that is using Ofra products, what products I have from Ofra anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do apologize for the interruptions. No fear. I keep my grandkids out the next time I film, for sure. Yeah, I think Ofra's a okay brand. Love their highlighters. That would be my #1 pick. But that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.